Howdy y'all, Fast Forward 289, welcome back. In this video, we're working on my 1968 Ford Fairlane, and we're going to be putting a new short throw shifter in to this T5 transmission that I installed recently in the past. So let's take a look at the parts we have and let's jump into it. Okay, so this is the box. Let's open and look at the goodies we got. Oh yeah, look at there. Hurst, very nice. And of course, instructions. And a new sticker. That's always nice. This is the shifter I ordered. This is a Hurst Blackjack short throw shifter. And I ordered this because this would give me a shorter throw changing in the gears, but also it has spots for bump stops. So you can't overshift the transmission, because one of the weak points in the T5 is if you overshift, you can break the shift fork. So this will prevent that when you're wanting to kind of get on in hot rod. So these just thread in here like this. So we'll go ahead and put these in here now. So when I installed it in the car, I don't have to worry about trying to feed these in the car. And we're going to wait because it tells you in the instructions, shift into third and fourth, and then adjust it till it stops. So even though we're not in gear, like you can see, that's kind of where it'll be. But I'm not going to put any tension on it yet because I want to make sure that it'll go fully into third and fourth whenever I go to install it. Also on these, you got these jam nuts that'll go over like this. And that's to lock it down so they don't back out. So we'll just put them in there. Okay, that's set up. Now, this spacer here, if you have a T45, that's when you use the spacer. I don't need it for my T5, so we don't have to worry about that. The zip tie is for your shift boot if you're going to install this. I don't need this because I have a boot in the car. As you can see, this is meant to go over and sit down over here, but you see it's round up here for a shifter to come through. Well, I don't need it because I already got a boot for the shifter, so we don't need that. They give you a new cup because when you install this will sit down in the cup like that, and it's like a bushing. I probably won't need this. I'll use the one that's in the transmission because it's a brand new transmission, so it's still good. I'll just put this up in case I ever need one later. You got 4 washers here, and these will go in here in that recess on the shifter. And then they give you new bolts to go in, bolts down in the shifter. They give you these bolts here, these Allen bolts with these lock washers, these star washers, like that. And this so you can bolt the shifter down. I'm probably just gonna use the bolts that I have in my car now. I may use these, I don't know yet. And that's really all there is to it. That's all the hardware, and it's real easy to install. So let's go ahead and get in the car and start taking it apart so we can put this in. Put it in neutral. We're gonna take our screws off, take our bezel off, so then we can get the shifter off. And on the side of the shifter here, on the other side, we have 2 bolts. So we're gonna pull these bolts out so we can pull the shifter off. Okay, once you got all that pulled off, we got 4 half-inch bolts. We're gonna take these 4 bolts off. We can pull the shifter out then. All right, once you got all your bolts removed, again, make sure it's in neutral, and then you should just be able to bump it. You may have to get some in here and pry this gasket off. The gasket may be stuck good. There we go. There we go, just like so. So this is what it looks like when you pull it off. All they did was use RTV on here, a sealant. So I'm gonna go through and clean this up a little bit, then we'll come back, we'll put some new sealant on here after it's clean, and then install the new shifter. But here's that cup I was telling you about. If you wanted to change yours, this one here, you just pick it up out of here like that. But you can see how this one here is still brand new. Like, I just put this transmission in, so I'm not gonna worry about changing the cup. It's fine. And I'll put that other one up. Okay, so I stuck a rag down here to keep any trash from falling down in the transmission. And I'm just gonna take my razor blade and just go through and Scrape all this old RTV off, sealant. Be careful if you want to use a razor blade. You got to be careful not to nick your aluminum because it's aluminum housing. Don't nick it. That could cause leaks. If you're not experienced or don't feel comfortable using a razor on aluminum, you can get a plastic scraper and that'll work too. When I get all this off, we'll come back. Once you got the surface clean, I just took a rag and some carburetor cleaner and just rubbed it because it's just RTV. It came right off. It takes a little bit longer to clean it that way, but it's worth it in the end because if you look real closely, this aluminum has like ridges in it. Now, if you can't get yours off by rubbing and you have to sand it, it's fine. RTV will seal to a smooth surface. But I wanted to leave this kind of ridge intact to kind of help it give it more to adhere to. Anyway, after all that's clean, go through and wipe it off. We'll pull the rag out. We got to put a bead of RTV around here and then we can install the new one. Okay, so now we're ready to install our bead of RTV. I'm going to put the RTV on the transmission versus here because you can see this is the smooth surface. There's no like way to know exactly where it goes. Obviously I know about where it is, but I'm going to put it on here so I know I get a good bead on there. You just want to put a bead about as wide as the lip of the transmission that's on here. There we go. And you're going to have some ooze out when you do this also, so it'll seal. There's anything like little air pockets, it'll squeeze out and it'll seal once you tighten it down. You got it ready. You want to make sure you line the ball up with that cup, put it in there, and also line your bolt holes up. And I hold the shifter up and get a couple bolts started, and then we can set it down. You're through, run all your bolts down, snug, finger tight, and then we come back and torque them. Okay, once you got them all run down, finger tight, we're gonna come back and torque these. The specs say 12 to 15 foot-pounds, so I'm just gonna torque them at 14 foot-pounds. Your bolts are 1/2 inch, so we can go through and tighten them in an X pattern. And we'll go check them one more time. Good to go. Okay, now we're going to get ready to adjust our bump stops here. See, these are adjustable, so we're going to screw these out until they're even. Also, we need to back our lock nut off a little bit. And it says you want to adjust these by going into 3rd and 4th gear. I'll show you in 4th gear since it's easier to see. All right, so what we're going to do, what the book says is turn these in. You're in 4th gear, make sure you're in 4th gear all the way. You want to turn these in until it hits the shifter. Okay, see I started moving the shifter? Yeah. Tighten down till it touches, right there. Then it said back off a 1/2 turn. So a good way to know what a 1/2 turn is, you can put your Allen wrench on here, like that. A 1/2 turn would be like this. There we go. That's 1/2 turn. Now we got just enough. We could tighten our lock nut down, and it'll be good to go. Also keep your Allen wrench in there. I didn't mean to take it out. Keep it in there and tighten your lock nut down. And now it's adjusted. You do that for both the front and the back one, and you're good to go. Okay, so now we're going to install our shifter. There's ridges on this side, but it's smooth on this side. Kind of like this here. See how it's ridged on this side and smooth on this side? Your ridge sides locked together. That keeps it from moving. Also, don't forget to put your start washers on there so the screws don't back out. All right, then when you tighten this down, you don't have to kill it. You just want it good and snug. Then you put your boot back down. Alrighty guys, well that's what it looks like. That's the finished product. It feels nice. I'm gonna be honest with you, it actually don't feel much different than what I had in here, which by all accounts, that transmission I ordered, transmission that's in this car, I ordered it and it's a Ford Performance transmission, and they said it came with a short throw shifter anyway, but it's all right now. I got me a nice Hurst shifter, so I like the way it feels. It's got a nice smooth row through the gears. I like it, and it feels good. I like it. And if nothing else, at least now I have those bump stops. I mean, transmission's built well, but I was always afraid to get on it too much because I was afraid maybe I might overshift it, jam the gears too hard, and break the shift fork. Now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can, I can really hammer it now if I want to, and I ain't gotta worry about breaking anything. So that's good to know. But yeah, it's a done deal. It looks good. One other thing I forgot to mention, that little cup that goes down here that I showed you where that ball has to line up at, if you do replace yours, like I said, I use mine over because it's still new, but if you do replace yours, make sure you put a little bit of grease in there so then you're not starting, it's not dry shifting. It'll have a grease in there until the oil gets worked up through the transmission and gets up on there on it. But make sure you do that. All right, guys, well, it's done. It looks good. It feels good. I like it. Like I said, it's not a big difference as far as how far I'm having to shift. But that's okay. I think it's still cool to have that nice Hurst shifter. It's a better built shifter, and it actually does work smoother now than the other one. But as far as throw, it's about the same. It might be a little bit shorter, but at least now, like I said, I have those stops, so I don't have to worry about overshifting it and breaking something, so that's good to know. But yeah, it's real simple install. If y'all want to do this to your T5 or T45 or T whatever else, I forget all the different ones that use the same shifter. But I know T5 and T45 at least use the same shifter. If this is something you want to do to yours, it's real simple. I think it took me about 30 minutes really to do it, not real long. It may be a little bit longer having to record the video, but you can knock it out in, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes. It's not a hard job. Depending on what car you have, you may have to take console out. If you have a console, you might have to take it apart to pull it out or whatever. But as far as changing the shifter itself, real easy. No big deal. Just clean it up, make sure in prep work. I always tell y'all guys, prep is everything. Make sure you got good prep before you put that sealant down. That way you got a good seal. It don't leak and it keeps the dirt and trash out. Anyway, if y'all like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate that as well. And if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment box down below and I'll get back to you in any way that I can. And as always, I appreciate or thank y'all for watching. Take care. I'll see y'all in the next one.